You know, if you're a bird spotter and come across a very, very rare bird, it's a bit like that in Asda. So we've just found very rare people working on the wheel, etc. Very rare. Well, they are messing again with the new CCTV. Spending a bloody fortune on this and cameras everywhere. Wouldn't it be better just to sort of fix potholes and stop floods? Well, the last digger's now leaving the car park. So a digger, I can't say properly what it is. The last one anyway. It seems favourite it'll open on bank holiday Monday. The suspected reason is Holland's suits that come to open it will all probably get double time and extra money and what have you for attending the grand opening 6 months after it should have opened. Well, it's an absolutely beautiful sunny day, and for about 4 weeks now we've been talking about this rubbish here and it's still there, but if you look back on the videos, this new lake here, it's been going for months and months. The council have had a go, the water board have had a go, and still it's flooded. So for some reason we now decided to close it. The grid's unblocked, but it ain't going down, it's just spreading. It can't be that hard to fix a bit of a leak, surely to God. Well, Cheshire East this week announced they were going to spend a shed load of money on the Valley Brook, which is obviously where we are now. They've not said exactly what they're going to do, whether it's a regeneration. Well, the Valley Brook comes from obviously the Valley Park, the other side of the Valley Park, comes through Tipkinder, then finds its way to the Queen's Park, and the limiting factor is the Queen's Park because it goes under the Queen's Park, under the golf course, and carries on its merry way. Now for donkey's years we've had floods very often in the Valley Park. It's way up off the brook itself and flooded the play area and God knows what. So presumably one of the things is to dredge it. This bit of map now, they have put a lot of stones for some reason best known to himself. The problem's always been, in the EU, it was against the law to dredge rivers, brooks. So that's resulted in all the floods. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually do. If they actually dredge it quite a lot deeper, it should give more capacity, but still limited by the Queen's Park pipe. I don't know what they're playing at on Hightown. See all these bits of tarmac, they're here and everywhere. It looks as though they're going to make it into a zebra crossing. Why these bits of tarmac? Here, there and everywhere. Same here, and presumably this is going to have a crossing. I'm certainly having a mad half hour. I don't see what the actual tarmac does. Well, by Asda, well, it's by Asda and Argos as well, the substation's now looking posh. Most of the works have gone, there's just 2 little bits to go there. So we can now start parking on them spots again. Well, by the B, we've got the drug and alcohol abuse service with a stand which should be here all week. If you want any help or advice. If you can read this, there's lots of signs around the town for the new Fun Park UK on the 24th of May and Sunday the 2nd of June. So it's something, if you've got kids, you might want to take them along. Although pigeons are back on the top of Weatherspoon, I'm just showing this because you can see how I'm shaking. People don't understand that this is at 128 zoom, and the slightest movement, and very often you can't get, like on the demolition, you can't get in. And you can see how far away that's zooming in, so unfortunately you do get shake, and there's nothing you can do about it. Obviously you can't get into some of the building sites and you're zooming in at that sort of level, so it does sometimes take its time getting the focus. And that's 160 times zoom, and just pressing the button to stop will shake it. Now the bus station, they're out weeding. Been here about 4 days. Piles and piles of weeds coming out of these beds. Just an interesting, it's not official, but they've said now the new car park is going to be June before it opens. That's not official, but people in charge walking about trying to look intelligent have said it's now liable to be June. You know, this is the one that was supposed to open in December. So it's not official, so don't quote me, but there's people in the know that have said that. This is something a bit different. I've had 1 or 2 complaints about this sort of thing. CCTV, protect your property, absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. But here's one that people have complained about. 3 cameras, very clearly not filming their property but filming this public area. That can be classed as harassment and all sorts of things. So why is this person filming a public area? I mean, if he was pointing the other way and filming his property, and is he recording sound? I mean, certainly it can be classed as harassment and all sorts of things, and you can get up to £100,000 fine. Let's have a little competition, because people do like these competitions. What was this shop, corner of High Street? And a more difficult one, next to it, there was a newspaper, a weekly newspaper similar to the Chronicle. What was that called? As usual, answers on a £5 note, please. Well, many of you will know Copycat's Tattoos. It used to be next to Age UK. Well, it's now moved to the new location near where the MP has his offices. Tattoos, piercings, etc. So we've got a nice new, clean, bright shop. So if you want a tattoo, come down, lad. Well, another little question, this is often useful for people who've got dementia. If you ask somebody with dementia to answer these questions, they probably can. They can't remember what they had for breakfast. But Duke of Bridgewater, there was a building there. What was it? And this building here in Oak Street, what did that used to be? Very useful building in its day. And on the corner under this tree there's another small building. What was that? It was sort of had a reputation, shall I say, but it was sort of here. I was still waiting for them to start on this for the new youth centre. But apparently, from what we can gather, they've got to wait for the new car park to open so they can then free up this car park. So should be in the next couple of weeks we should see a bit of action here. Well, the old Crossroad Club, any time now it should be due for this demolition and building of the new old folks zone. So that's an upcoming thing to look out for. Another part of Crewe's history disappearing. Well, just by this little woodland that goes from just past the bus station to the main bridge. Now, early on in the winter they did a big consultation. Rumpus, was it, whatever it is, was going to turn this into like an adventure playground for children, like so many other things. Things never transpire. It's such a lovely spot. There's obviously walking area there. It has been used for years for the kids, so why is it not being opened? Beautiful area, wildlife, nice and peaceful, just near the town, ideal for have your butties if you work in the town. Big plans for it. Did a big interview with the people, and now it's happened. Why? Well, the big news this week is King Charles is coming to Crewe, both to Bentley and to this church on Hightown where they support people that can't get food, etc. Well, it seems to be a mistake because I've not received my invitation. But another interesting thing is, will Cheshire East be suddenly tidying up the town? Well, I mentioned this before, these houses here, they got built quite rapidly and then everything stopped and they were waiting for the gas and electric, and still they're waiting. Well, they have to wield all the barriers have gone, so we presume, miracle of miracles, that they've actually finished it. And they have to remember this started in January. So what are they going to do next? Because they were supposed to replace all the lights and the seats and God knows what else. Well, CEX have got a new redesigned front door after some little toe rag decided to break in. What a miserable bloody day. It's been lovely all week, not a cloud in the sky, and we had about a month's rain today. A lot of people are suggesting or wanting that the football is displayed on this big screen. This has been the biggest sort of waste of money that's never ever bloody used. Fantastic bit of kit, never ever used. And all the rain we've had and the lake's just getting bigger and bigger here. You can see that car now, it's splashing all over the pavement. So if you want to walk down here now, you've got to sort of look for cars and then run like hell. Other than that, you get absolutely bloody soaked. So why aren't Cheshire East doing out about it? So the old library's done. There's just this one guy pulling up odd bits of bloody concrete. The actual concrete here is already been left ready for the build. It's just that bit over there where they're sort of having a bit of a circle round. I'm just wondering why you've got steam or smoke or whatever coming off whatever it is digging up. He's now waiting for him to come and start the new build. We're just back at the old railway cottages. We did highlight this before. This is a new sort of garden they've made. They've got a bug hotel there and various other things. I thought it'd been nice flowers by now, but they've got a lot of polyanthus, primrosy things. none of which are flowering at the moment. It's not the best place under a tree, but probably another couple of weeks. I've got these nice little raised beds here. I'm presuming this is lavender. Well, the season a lot of weeds, so it sort of started off well and not finished very well. So we are, of course, just at the back there. That's the cinema and bowling alley. But there's a lot of wildlife about. Got some roses just coming into flower there. On the new car park they have an interesting problem. The top's open. So remember, before they knocked it all down, there used to be hundreds of bloody pigeons. So they're back. Well, that isn't really the problem. They then go inside the car park and they can't get out. The only way to get out is to go back the way they come. So in the meantime they're flying round and round the bloody car park like a load of bloody idiots and can't find the way out. So that's an interesting problem, whether they're going to have to net the whole of the top or whatever. But a bit of a different problem, isn't it?